There are so many people in the world. Sometimes I wonder how many of them know who they are. When I was younger, I used to live out in the country. Out there, things are much quieter. Most of the time, you're alone. I was excited when I first got here because of all the people I would get to meet. But now, I often find myself longing to be back home. I suppose it's the fool who's always wishing to be where he's not. But I can't help it. I miss the silence. I miss being able to see the stars, coruscating in the night sky. Those stars hold more stories than you could ever imagine. I stared up at them so much when I was younger that it often feels like they've become a part of me. Even now, they linger in my mind. I can't help but see their story told again and again in the world around me. I used to try so hard to understand these stars. I used to envy them. Each one was so magnificent. Each one was a unique part of something greater. I thought of how proud and content they must be, side by side, with millions of others, but each with the quiet knowledge that they offered something that none of the others ever could. But then I realized these stars aren't together. They're light years apart. They're solitary. They're alone, hanging in the sky with no one. The truth is, these stars, adored by so many, are surrounded by cold space, and to them it looks as if all others are side by side. Not one of them is capable of seeing themselves for what they truly are. So they settle for seclusion, accepting themselves as unworthy of love and unable to give it. The one story that I never could figure out was that of the star that did manage to break free from this cycle. What made the sun do it? It must have taken a lot of courage to shine as brightly as God allowed, driven by nothing more than the knowledge that he might bring others life. And I imagine that he was painfully aware that by doing so, he was pouring out his own life. But I suppose that's why stars never seem to burn as brightly as they could. They're scared of giving themselves away and being left with nothing for themselves. What's the point of existence if it's an existence that changes nothing? An existence that is hidden away from anyone or anything that it could do any good for? Sometimes I wonder what all of those other stars could do if they realized that the God that created the sun, along with all of the universe, is the same God that created them. But they don't. They continue to search for the answer that lies all around them. A tragedy, it seems. Billions, all searching, each one capable of overcoming the darkness that surrounds them. If only they would take the sun's example. They're too obsessed with their own shortcomings to shine as they should. That's why I'm writing this. I'm scared that if I don't do something soon, I might end up like them. Alone, lamenting who I'm not, instead of proclaiming who I am.